Okay, welcome back to another video of the link building daily tips. Today we're going to talk about what happens when you're not outranking your competition, but you have more links than them and a better referring domain profile, and essentially you have better backlinks, but you're not ranking. Why is that the case? So we're going to take a couple of examples. I've just typed in Plumber London just as our keyword example here, and we've got this site here which is a long way above your competition. But the next we're going to have a look and see if there's anyone who's ranking higher than their competition. I think this is going to show us quite well actually. So let's have a look here. So we have this Aspect company and their Ahref rank is 1.1 mil, a DR of 50. But this company here, H2 Plumbing, is an Ahref rank of a monster 28 million with a DR of only 36, so a pretty average site. 95 referring domains versus only 15 to be fair. But the Ahrefs and the DR is what we're really looking for. We'll just double check, see if the referring domains is higher for both. No, okay. So why is it then that if we assume in this case Aspect has a stronger link profile than H2 Plumbing according to Ahrefs, right? Why is it that Aspect ranks below them for the keyword that they're clearly both optimized for, right? Yeah. So there's three things about this, and I wanted to go through all of these today. So the first one is on page. If we have a look at the on page of both of these sites, we can see that one might be more well optimized than the other. So here, okay, the site looks like shit, but it's got clear call to action, it's got social links, it's got very much relevance to London, very much relevance to plumbing, of course, and they've got actually quite a lot of content on the homepage. You can tell this is built by an SEO as well, because of these text explainer things that don't affect user experience too much, but are great for ranking. Right? So boiler repairs in London. So this is a website pretty much built to rank. If we have a look at this one, again, they've got some decent content on the page. And they do have some good London relevance, but maybe even they might be over optimized. Might be a consideration here. But if we say, okay, they both look like they have relatively good on-page optimization, so it's really the links. But if we look at the links, we can see Ahrefs values this site as a DR50, and this one only as a DR36, yet H2 outranked them. So what's going on here? Now, it's one of three things, okay? The first thing we mentioned is the on-page optimization, right? The second thing we mentioned, or I'm going to talk about, is you could hide links from Ahrefs and other bots. So for example, this site might actually have a real link profile of about 55 or 51 and referring domains up around 180 or 200. But those links that the websites the links are coming from are hidden. So for example, if you own a PBN network, you might decide to hide those sites from Ahrefs so your competition can't reverse engineer what you're doing, okay, or report you if they're really harsh, I guess. And as a result, you seem like your link profile is actually quite weak, when in reality is actually probably about this strong. Okay, that's the next sort of key, I guess, in terms of if you don't know why you're outranking your competition when you have a higher DR. Let's say you have more referring domains as well. Now, the final thing, so if this was 150 and this was only 95 and everything else sort of displayed that this site should be ranking below. There's another couple of things. It comes down to content, freshness, all on-page factors are really important, but we're just going to talk about links in this sort of series. So the final thing is you don't have enough locational relevant links. So this company, for example, as you can see, it probably does plumbing all over the country, aspect.co.uk. If we have a look, there's no relevance to London in the sort of name. Whereas if we look here, you know, it seems like they only do it in London, if that makes sense. If that's wrong, it doesn't really matter, but you can see here, okay, here we go. So they've got all these other services. So it's like a home improvement, home management property management sort of service. Whereas these guys, they have these other services, but they're all related to plumbing. So gas, drains, emergency plumbing, blah, 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 blah. So they're not going into locksmithing or refurbishing or roofing or pest control or all these ones that aren't related. And as a result, Google thinks, okay, we're not going to rank these as high for local plumbers keywords because actually they're doing all of this stuff. So if they want to rank that high, they need to build links directly to this page. And when they don't, when they just rank this page directly, and that's why they don't have many referring domains directly to the URL. If we have a look now, we can see only 8 versus because they're ranking their homepage, it's 95. So just because this is a stronger link profile doesn't actually mean it's going to rank higher. So I hope that makes sense. Essentially, the takeaway is if you want to stay specific in your rankings, so your keywords are all the same, then don't diversify your services or your products too much. Otherwise, you're going to dilute your rankings, and you won't be able to link to as many places. So here it's obvious. We build links to the homepage. We rank for homepage keywords. Here is not so obvious because we got to build links to this specific page, and nobody really wants to link to a plumbing page, so it's pretty tough to do. Okay, hope that makes sense, and cheers.